Hi there, and welcome to Seasonal, the platform where we speak truth to power. You are looking at a picture of a young lady here going through a medical mental distress, and how we treat our women is very very important in our communities. And unfortunately, because of bad governance, many of us have not been able to identify signs. We should be teaching about this kind of things to avert our people ending up in situations such as you see on the screen. It is clearly some sort of mental situation or even a medical situation that needs to be addressed. And of course, this is in a place called Benin City, Owelo in Benin City. Let us listen to what they said. I'm keeping a still picture with blood pictures of her to, to save displaying her nudity. So I've blurred it just to make sure that that won't happen. But let us hear the voice. You will hear them talking about it. And it's really important to dissect this. This is what is really happening in all our communities. And we need to know the constitution to hold those we elect to office to account. So let us listen to what they said here.
So where to go find this money? So where to go find this money? Early this morning, I wait to receive this for person. Zinc. Let's see. For Welo here. Yeah, early this morning for Bini here. See, you don't know what's in this.
Now, people will think that they'll probably be saying it's a witch or something and all of that. It's nothing of the sort. It isn't. This person here is probably somebody that's been, there is sometimes women, permit me to, please do, I don't mean any harm, but I'm trying to explain the medical situation that I've read about and of course heard about, whereby there is something called urinary tract infection. Now, how it affects women, when it affects them, they start hallucinating. Let me read to you what it says here briefly, because I have it. And you can just type it on yourself. It says here, behavioral changes may include restlessness, untreated urinary tract infection can lead to behavioral changes, which may include restlessness, hallucination, agitation, and confusion. So if untreated, she will just be doing things in a way that she's not aware of. So, and it could also be a sign of mental distress, when somebody goes mad. And of course, many people will go mad in the situation that we're in that place, because the government is not doing what they're supposed to do. Now, how they should deal with that is to actually come in. That's why you need to participate in your local governance. You need to be holding them to account, using the powers of sovereignty that you possess. Section 14.2c. Let me see if I can bring that up to you. 1 second, please. Right, you see, you need to know the powers that you see on the screen, because what happened to her can happen to another lady. Then you will not be saying, oh, they will laugh about it. It's not something to laugh about. But what I'm showing you on the screen is the power that you can use to begin to hold your governance to account. And it states, Section 14.2a, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. 14.2a. 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. You can use those two powers to demand for health care for this young lady in your community. You call those elected officials to account, to come and account for why there is no medical help facilities available to cater for people who are in distress, obviously, because it's the job of the state to provide medical help. Don't take my word for it. Listen to the words here. Let me show you section 17.3d states, and it states, and I quote categorically, please do share this broadcast as you're getting it. It is of immense importance. It states, the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that, the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that, right? Section 17.3, that is D, there are adequate medical and health facilities for all persons. You see that? That is what should happen. Let me just make sure I want to zoom in a little bit so you can see that a bit more yourself. I want to make sure you can see it yourself. Yeah. You see? So it says so there. You can see it. I'm not making this up. The reason I'm showing you this is we need to take control of the situation. So you can see there. It states there that, 17.3. That's 17.3. You see? There. Yeah. And here. I want you to understand it and really take action. Don't just stand there and go, oh, and you know, people don't, because we've not been trained about knowing this in our constitution. That's why we're trying to do this now, in not only in English but in local languages. I've translated this into Yoruba and we're already sharing it, and I'll be doing programs to bring such an example of why it is so important for us to know about what is written in our constitution, so we can hold our governors to account. So that young lady that you see there, it is quite distressing to see her in that state. But keep in mind, it says the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that there are adequate medical and health facilities for all persons. That is what you can use to hold your local government to account. They cannot escape this. We need to raise that awareness within our community, and of course, use the powers of section 14.2 and 42C to do so. So that's what I wanted to bring to our attention today. So with this young lady here, we do hope she gets medical help. Unfortunately, we don't know how things work. Unfortunately, people, we know how things work. People will be blaming her. They'll be saying, oh, it's a witch or something else, and all of that nonsense. It isn't. It is because the system has failed to provide medical health and medical and health facilities to make sure they can immediately address the mental situation of people or medical health, like you know, that is like it's likely to be the case in this case of this young girl. So please, let us be alert. Share this information. These are reasons why we come and talk about the Constitution relentlessly, and the need for us to know it in our local languages, and to begin to actually participate in our governance using the powers we possess as sovereigns to hold those we elect into office to account. I hope this makes sense. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please help us share this broadcast. Subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. How do you go ahead and do that? Subscribe, hit the notification button, and give us thumbs up. 1 second, please. Just give me 1 sec. So what you need to do is to go ahead, subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, help us reach more people. And of course, to be able to get this information, it's really important that you help us do that, to reach more people. We are trying to actually print out this documentation across all 8 states in Yoruba land, and you know, to roll that out so that people begin to know the powers that they possess as citizens and how they can hold their governors to account. The website to go, if you want a copy of this in Yoruba, is to go to www.citizenly.org. In there, you will find the Constitution, such as I've stated. Let me quickly, something I've done before, a few minutes before. All you simply do is go to the website. Once you get to www.citizenly, the website, just scroll. You will see until you get this key. There's a key that you will see in the middle. That key there, and it talks about it will fee 1999 need the Yoruba. So when you click on that, it will bring the Constitution to you out, bring it out to you in Yoruba for you to read and begin to share within your community. Now we are trying to do audio voices for the villages, and because they have small phones like this, you know, the small phones are not going to do it. So we need hard copies for them, and that is where you come in. The best way you can help us to be able to provide this to our people in our communities is to simply subscribe to us on all our platforms. Subscribe to Citizen AY right now on YouTube and share this broadcast so that the information it contained will begin to reach as many people as possible. And then for their communities, we will have to train up people about how they can actually disseminate information about the Constitution in our local languages, and explain to the people how they can use those powers to begin to hold those they elect into office to account. So you can see that this is quite a detailed work we're talking about. We need your support. The best way you can help us is to subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, and help us reach more people. And of course, in so doing, we can actually get to the point whereby we can actually activate the self-determination via a referendum clause that's going to be inserted into the Constitution, so that everybody can decide if we want to go our separate ways. Should Nigeria fail to provide the things it's supposed to, it continues to fail to provide the things it's supposed to provide. So these are what is really driving the whole our thinking. So I hope you can relate to that. The best way you can help us, of course, is to subscribe to our platform right now. Share it to hundreds of your friends. Share it in every community, because this is where we're going to wake up our people. I hope you find this of benefit, and please, if you do, share it. Say it to at least 100 people each, so that we can really awaken our people. The suffering and injustice and the way we have treated this has gone on long enough. We now need to become active participants in our governance, using the Constitution and holding those we elect into office to account in our local languages. We must do so. So I hope she gets some help, and it would be good to find out if anybody knows what's happening with her, so at least she can recover from that situation. And we'll probably be doing shows about health and the need for us to start looking at health with a different perspective rather than be, oh, now we show, now this, all that stuff. It's all a way to sort of deflect from really dealing with the underlying issues of lack of medical health in our communities. So I hope you find that beneficial. You are, of course, watching Season AY, the platform where we speak to power. One more thing. You're hearing the song in the background. How long gonna get this offer? It is on iTunes. It is on Spotify. It's a song I wrote. Please go and download it. Help us by if you download and build and share it. It can reach as many people as possible and with information. And we can begin to use that to actually, some of the funds can go towards, printing out these books for all the 8 for the local communities in all of the 8 states. We need to, this information, it's a lack of information that has really hampered our lives collectively, and it's time we collectively address that. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. I'll be back later on. Please do share this broadcast. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.